Yo, what's going on? It's your boy, Mr. Locario, the bad boy of the dating game. What's good? So in this audio/video, I want to talk to you guys about, putting in work to attract women versus, going overboard and doing way too much when you are trying to attract women, right? Now, see, a lot of guys get frustrated in the game. They get upset, they get annoyed with trying to get girls because they're doing way too much to get girls, right? Now, the thing that I always say is that in order for you to attract women, you have to put in some sort of effort. You got to put in some work. But the thing is that when you're doing way too much, that's the thing that's going to make it harder for you to attract women, right? So now, let me give you an example, between the difference between, putting in some work and actually doing way too much, right? So putting in some work would be you see a chick, you think she's attractive or whatever. You go up to her, you approach her, you talk to her, you get her information and you hit her up and you set up a date, right? That's putting in the work to, get chicks and make shit happen, right? Now, doing way too much, right, would be a guy who he approaches the girl, he talks to her, gets information, and, he calls her and she doesn't pick up. And then he calls her like 2 more times and she doesn't pick up. He calls her a 4th and a 5th time. And on the 5th time, she texts him back or whatever. And then he sets up a date, and then she agrees to go on a date. And then the day of the date comes and she flakes on him. And then, he calls her again. He calls her another time. She picks up and then he's like, yo, let's get together. And she's like, all right, cool. We'll get together. And then she flakes again. And then he still keeps trying to make shit happen, right? That's what I'm saying when, you're doing way too much. And the thing is, all you need to do really when you're putting in the work is the bare minimum, right? You need to just do what you need to do to make this thing happen. So when you meet chicks and you're trying to get a date with a girl, all you need to do is approach her, talk to her, get her information and set a date. If anything in between that is, taking way too long or going a little left here and there, it's just like you got to keep it moving to the next chick. So if you get a girl's number and you keep calling her and nothing's happening, then you got to move on. You understand? If you approach a girl and she is you having a conversation with her and you're like, yeah, give me a number, and she's like acting all goofy like she don't want to give you the number and she's playing games, then that's time to keep it moving. See, a guy who would do way too much would keep trying to, like convince her to give the number. And it's like, you don't need to do all of that. All you need to do is put in enough work to where you are actually doing the basic shit you need to do in order to make things go down. And what happens is that when you are putting in work, the girl has to cooperate. See, the way that you can tell if you're doing way too much is when you are, doing what you're doing and the girl isn't cooperating and it seems like you're, trying to pull teeth to make shit happen. When it seems like you're struggling to meet up with her, when it seems like it's an issue to get her number, when it seems like it's an issue to have a conversation with this girl when you approach her, and you keep going, if you keep, going at it and trying to make it happen and push through, and you're like, oh, well, maybe I got to build more attraction and all that other stuff, you're doing way too much. You understand? See, a guy who's putting in work, right? He'll approach a girl. If she's on some bullshit, he'll move to the next girl. And if she's on some bullshit, he'll move to the next girl. That's the work you put in, right? A guy who's doing way too much, he's going to approach a girl. She's going to not be cooperating. He's going to keep trying to talk to her. She's still going to not be cooperating. He's going to keep trying to convince. It's like he's doing all of this shit. And then sometimes, in certain cases, when you do that, the girl might be like, all right, here, take my number or whatever. Or, you keep trying to talk to her and do all these long things or whatever, and she'll still give you the number. But, 9 times out of 10, when you call that girl or when you text her, she flakes. or she doesn't pick up the phone, or she whatever. You understand what I'm saying? And then the guy who's doing way too much, he'll still try to, you know, go out and pursue that one girl. So now he's wasted all this time talking to this one chick when he should have been talking to multiple women, talking to more women. That's the work he should be putting in, going up to this girl, and that girl until you meet the one who cooperates. And that's the one you keep shit popping with. You understand? A lot of you guys, you're so conditioned, or you think that in order to get a girl interested, that it has to be like a hard process. Like you have to, you know, meet her, then break down her walls, and then make sure she's comfortable with you and do all this other extra shit. You understand what I'm saying? But the thing is that all you really need to do is your part, meaning you need to just go up and approach her, talk to her, get her information, and keep it moving. You understand what I'm saying? And in any time while you're doing that situation, if she's not cooperating, you just keep it moving to the next girl who's going to cooperate. See, the game is not as hard as you think. You understand? It's only hard when you think that you need to keep going with a chick who's not cooperating. Right? Because when you actually approach a girl who cooperates, everything runs smoothly. You approach her, she's receptive. You say, give me your number, she gives you the number. You text her, she texts you back. You set a date, she meets you for the date. Do you understand what I'm saying? So you're putting in work, you're actually doing stuff, but you're not stressing yourself out trying to, you know, oh, I called her, but she didn't answer. Oh, I tried to hit her up again and, you know, she texted me, but then she didn't return my next text and all this other bullshit. Keep it moving. You understand? See, a lot of you guys, you think that you still think, okay, I got to, you know, there's this magic trick, magic formula thing I can do to turn this girl around, to turn this girl who's not cooperating to cooperate with me. You understand? And the thing is, there are cases when you can do that, but it's rare. That's usually the exception. And you don't want to bother trying to, you know, have those interactions, because 9 times out of 10, it's not going to happen that way. And this is why a lot of guys get frustrated in the game. This is why a lot of times guys that, you know, you probably heard this from some of your friends, or you probably even said this yourself, where you're like, yo, man, these chicks is on some bullshit. I'm tired of this. I'm not even going to bother with these chicks, man. I'm just focusing on my other shit. I'm focusing on getting this paper, blah, 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 right? Now, ain't nothing wrong with focusing on getting your paper and doing your thing. You should be doing that stuff. But the thing is that you don't want to talk about that or bring that up, you know, as a rationalization, you know, as to why, you know, you're not getting what you want to get out of the dating game. You understand? But the reason why those frustrations and stuff come up is because a lot of you guys are wasting your time on chicks who are not cooperative. A lot of you guys are doing way too much with these chicks. You're not just putting in the amount of work you need to put into to make these things happen, right? So you just need to put in, you know, the amount of work and the effort that's needed for you to, you know, really make something happen. And the way to notice that is when you're dealing with a chick who cooperates. You understand? These are the chicks where it basically flows like fucking, you know, it just flows so well. You approach, you talk, you get the information, you set up a date, she sees you on the date, and everything flows well. There's no, oh, but I don't know, maybe, oh, I got to flake, I got to do this, you know, she's not calling me, all this other extra shit. You're going to run into girls who are going to be on that bullshit. But the thing is, when a girl really likes you, when a girl is really, really feeling you, when a girl is into you, she's going to cooperate, right? But the thing is, the amount of work you got to put in is that you have to talk to more and more girls. This is why I stress you have to talk to a lot of women. This is why you guys need to go to badboymembership.com right now, so you can get my audio program, step-by-step guide on how to date a lot of women. Also, my other audio program, The Art of Approaching and Picking Up Women Successfully, and those are both on the Bad Boy Membership, right? So go to badboymembership.com to get those audio programs, right? But the thing I'm saying is that you have to talk to more and more girls, because what's going to happen is you're going to start to run into the ones who cooperate, right? So the thing is, you know, let's say the average dude, if he talks to maybe, let's say the average guy talks to 100 girls. Let's say you talk to 100 girls in a week. Out of those 100 girls, statistically, between 1 and 10 of those 100 girls will cooperate. You understand what I'm saying? So all you need to do is talk to more women, find the women who are going to cooperate, and then things will be, you know, flowing better for you. See, the problem is that instead of talking to the 100 girls, you'll talk to maybe 3, and those 3 are not cooperating, and you're trying to convince those 3 to cooperate. And now you're frustrated, and you're like, oh, this game is so fucked up, these girls and this and this and that. And I'm like, you're doing it wrong. You're not putting in the work how you need to do it. You're not, you know, really going about it the way that's going to benefit you. You understand what I'm saying? So if you guys put in that work, then you will see the results. And also, you know, it also boils down to you know, your technique and how you know, approach the girls, how you talk to the girls, all those things matter. This is why I tell you guys to go into Bad Boy membership so you can learn how to do it. All those things matter. But the point is that once you are putting in work the right way, you're going to get results and you won't be frustrated. When you're doing way too much, when you're going out there and doing all this extra shit with all these uncooperative chicks, that's what's going to frustrate you. That's what's going to turn you off from the game. That's what's going to make you want to not do shit. You understand what I'm saying? And that's what's going to, you know, you're not going to have success in the game. You understand? So, guys, that's all I want to say for today. Make sure you click the link below to send me any questions. Make sure you also go to badboymembership.com right now to step up your game, and I'll holler at you guys later. Remember, the truth is inside you. Peace. I'm gone. All right, now before you click off this video, I need you to do 3 quick things. First, I need you to click the link below to send me your questions, because if you have any questions, I'll answer them in a video. 2, click the link under that to get my free ebook, The Magnificent 10 Crucial Dating Tips for Men. Gives you 10 tips on how to attract beautiful women. And number 3, I want you to click the link under that to go to badboymembership.com, where you get 45 through 90-minute audio and video tutorials every month. Hey, what's up? It's dating and life coach Mr. Locario. Go to badboymembership.com and master the dating game by joining my Bad Boy membership program. In this program, you'll receive 45 through 90-minute, easy to follow, step-by-step dating advice tutorials that's guaranteed to help you attract, date, and have sex with beautiful women. Join the Bad Boy membership today by going to badboymembership.com. That's badboymembership.com.